What's going on, everybody? This is Lester from Cannabis Wiki. We are here with the North American Cannabis Flower, Jackie Childs.
Hey, what up, guys?
Welcome to the Green Room. This is where we keep you up to the times, up to the minute of what's going on inside the cannabis industry and the community with conferences, expos, galas, awards, cups, and crawl.
This is where I say
That's right. That's right.
We educate, inform, and inspire.
That's my partner. She chimes in beautifully.
This is really Lester's show.
Nah, it's our show. Our show. So, guys, this is where we keep you up to the times of what's going on inside the cannabis community and the industry for the week of November the 25th to December the 1st. So you want to jump right in?
You go first.
Sure, I'd love to.
You always ask me, and I'm like, no.
Of course, it's just politeness. It's how we do. Because, it's always about be kind.
Yeah.
Right?
You're pretty kind there, Lester.
We try. We're good balance. So, guys, the first event we got is how do you use, ? Cooking with cannabis. This event starts November the 25th, which is 2-day Monday, starting at 6 p.m., going until 9 p.m. This event can be found at 136 Ontario Street in Stratford. So, hosted by Stratford's Chef School, the class will teach you how to create perfectly dosed cannabis-infused edibles. The dishes cooked and tasted during class will not use cannabis.
Aw, poopy.
What they're saying is safety first. The rules say closed-toe shoes required.
You don't want any of that cannabis on your toes.
Right? So, guys, this event will be $75 per person, and it is a 19-plus event.
And does it say steel-toed or no, closed-toed?
Closed-toed, right? That's a good one. I wonder what the heck is going on
I could
there.
use this next one. Some guided meditation and sound bath. November 25th, Monday, 7 p.m. and 7 to 8:30. Oblong Yoga House in Toronto. It's 56 Stewart. How do you say that word?
Yeah, you got
Stewart Street?
Yeah.
You'll start the evening cozy with cannabis elevation, vegan or organic snacks, of course. A chance to mingle in the pillow meditation room. Oh my God, that sounds so fun.
Right?
A chance to reevaluate and stretch following the sound bath. Only 15 tickets available, and they're $30.
Damn.
That's guided meditation and sound bath on November 25th. I think I should go to that.
Yeah, well, you better get on that because 15 tickets doesn't sound like too many.
Well, they'll stick another one in there.
I think so, right?
I don't take up much room,
Right?
and I won't eat any of the vegan or organic treats.
Oh, God. Guys, next we have the 2019 Cannabis Science Symposium. This will be taking place November the 25th, which is Monday, going from 8 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. This can be found at the UBC Robinson Square in Vancouver, British Columbia. This is on 800 Robinson Street. So what's going on here is cannabis and harm reduction. What we know and what we need to learn.
And it's a free seminar. That's good. When it's, cannabis and safety and harm reduction or the opioid crisis stuff, I like with it.
All right. So it's good. So, guys, check that out. This is a webcast, too. So tune in for much more for that. Next, we have Higher Learning Cannabis Trivia Night. This is taking place on November 26th, which is Tuesday, starting at 6:30 p.m., running until 9 p.m. Can be found at Love Child Social House. This is at 69 Bathurst Street. Tokyo Smoke will be the host of this cannabis-themed event. Do you and your partner know all about weed? Present your team of no more than 5 registered.
What is this?
I don't know.
As we're going, you're like,
right?
what?
We got a little error there. So let's see. Let me read into this one here. Register by 6:45 for a chance to win some lit prizes. There will be 4 rounds of questions for this trivia night, guys. This is also a free event.
Cannabis, edibles, regulatory overview, and product. And that's November 28th, November. It's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in, I said this the other day, didn't I? 25 Watline Ave, Mississauga.
Correct.
A certificate will be awarded at the end of the completion of the training. Lunch and refreshments will be offered. Limited seats will be available. General admission, $860, plus a $39.73 fee. Yikes-a-rilla.
Right.
It's a good one. And you get a certificate, and it's a course. So I like that stuff too.
Yeah, the price is good. notified when you get to.
So what is that
serious.
place? Because here, the next one, that was on November 28th. Here's Health Canada Cannabis Regulation Act at the same place.
Mm.
What is this event space or school or? We got to check that out.
Yeah, we definitely got to look a little
Can you
bit
read
deeper in
that?
that. Yeah, sure. Health Canada Cannabis Regulations Act. This one's taking place November 29th, which is Friday, running until 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is a whole day event. Again, this is on 25 Watline Ave in Mississauga, Ontario. Helping to understand Health Canada's LP application process in compliance with regulatory requirements.
You're going to need a lot of help for that.
Yeah, it's so true because everything changes constantly.
Yeah, maybe the day after the course. Just kidding. Just go and enjoy. Learn some.
Definitely, guys. Sales have ended online for this one, so you will have to make a phone call and find out how you're going to get tickets for that.
Southern U.S. Hemp Conference and Expo, Myrtle Beach. Yeah, I want to go to that. As I'm shoveling myself out this morning.
Right.
November 30th to the December 2nd, and it's 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We'll feature hundreds of industry leaders, educational seminars focusing on technical cultivation, processing, and selling hemp, and it's $595. Let's go to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Right, call them up, book a ticket.
November 30th to December 2nd. We could drive.
Right, green room.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Next, we got Tour Health Canada and Cannabis License Facility. This one will take place on November the 30th, which is Saturday, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This event can be found in Toronto Scarborough Town Centre, 55 Town Centre Court, Suite 800, Scarborough, Ontario. Programs and facility tour detailing careers in pharmaceutical industry. Cannabis regulations. This event, guys, is free.
I like tours, facility tours. It's fun. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, you get some inside knowledge.
Get me out of the classroom. I like that.
You want to take the last one?
No, you can.
Not a problem. The last event we got here for the week, guys, is Christmas Terrarium Workshop. This one is taking place December the 1st, which is Sunday, from 1 p.m. till 2:30 p.m. This is an hour-and-a-half event. Can be found at 85 Rosedale Ave, Brampton. Greenleaf Cannabis
fun.
Lounge.
Create your own terrarium garden. Do you know what that is?
I do not.
Those little like bubbly things that they sort of like water themselves. You just add a little bit of water because they're domed. Put little like I like the word succulents. You put little succulents in there. Anyhow, cool.
And that's what's going on, guys. So no green thumb is required. Create your own terrarium garden. This is a $35 gives you entry to the lounge all day.
And those terrariums are $35, so that's fun. That's cool. You make your own, and Christmas time workshop, fun.
There you go, guys. Plants. So you know. So guys, if you want to get your show on the green room, read by the North American Cannabis Flower, Jackie Childs, or myself, guys, phone us 833-226-9454 extension 710, or hit us up at sponsor@cannabis.wiki. Do you want to know how cannabis can help with chronic pain? From MS to surgery rehab or arthritis? Or how cannabis can help with some mental health illnesses like depression, anxiety, insecurity? Maybe you just want to know about cannabis itself. Then Cannabis Wiki is a cannabis website that teaches you, guides you, and will provide you the latest cannabis news, showcasing many shows about cooking with cannabis, or an up-close look sitting down with cannabis industry professionals. If you're looking to broaden your cannabis knowledge, please visit cannabis.wiki to learn more.
Hey, welcome back to the green room.
Hello.
Hi, Lester.
Hey,
I have to introduce a good friend of mine that's joined the show, Mimi Cannabis.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Mimi is an advocate and activist and an educator in the cannabis space. Thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me. I am so honored to be here, and I am so happy with the Green Room podcast and all of the great information and education it's going to provide for people. So bravo.
Well, lady,
Thank
that's why
you.
you are sitting down in this chair to pass that education to people.
Absolutely. And that's all I've ever wanted to really do.
What do you do in the space, Mimi? Tell us.
What do I do? Well, I connect people with medical cannabis is what my number one thing is I also specialize in boomers and seniors, people who wouldn't normally be using cannabis. I like to be their sort of voice
Around
and normalize it
Right.
as much as possible for those people. Right now, I am the number one demographic that's walking into the store, the 56-year-old woman.
Right.
So that's me, and I want to be that voice for those people that are possibly dealing with stigma because of using it. All
that's
of
the
those
whole
things.
thing.
If we bridge the generations, we will end the stigma. I currently have a contest on my Instagram asking people to send me pictures of them using or teaching somebody of a different generation than themselves, using medically, recreationally, if they're having fun, if the person's helping, teaching. I want to see it. I want to see it all. And I want to post it, and I want people to know that that is how we're going to break the stigma finally, is if we bridge these generations and teach seniors, boomers more about cannabis. The more cannabis savvy young people need to understand that we're really fun to sesh with too. So we want to learn. We want to learn from you. We want you to teach us about dabbing and all of that stuff. We want to learn.
Right.
Sometimes people my age are just afraid to ask.
True.
Remember I did a dab with you when I had only done like 1 or 2 dabs in my life?
Yes.
It was at the 210? Was
Yes.
it 210?
Yes, we dabbed together.
Yeah. It was
So,
fun.
how did your first dab go?
Just like that, hit on that. I cough my head off
Rough,
all the time.
rough,
Yeah, rough.
rough. So how's the feedback been for everybody sending things to you?
Well, it's really interesting. Like I said, I've kind of come out with on my own website to talk about a place, www.mimicannabis.com.
That's right. Plug that, lady. Plug that.
Yes, and you can go on there. You can talk to me about anything. There's a store. There's all kinds of interesting things. I have my new line of Green is the New Gray attire. I'm also in a strategic partnership with Professional Cannabis Consulting, PCC Hamilton.
Shout out to Olivia Brown.
Shout out to Olivia and all the hard work that we're doing together and trying to get people their good grow licenses, educating people. We're trying to license people. We're doing licensing in mass. We actually did a company the other day where all of the employees needed to get their prescription. We were there and we did them all at the same time. So this is what we are trying to do.
You were doing a lot, lady.
Yes. CBD can't get you high, right, Mimi?
No.
Right. Is that like your number one question from seniors?
It really is.
That's what old people ask me.
Really?
But I'm also a firm believer that I think everyone needs a touch of THC to stimulate that CBD to make it work even better. So,
well, I've heard Montel Williams say that it's an orchestra and all the cannabinoids should be.
Lester's heard him
together.
In person, is what he wants to say.
Oh,
Truly,
and Montel is a great MS advocate for cannabis. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Well, he's changed my mind on a lot of things. So I've become
best friends.
Easy on the best friends. He's someone definitely.
Keep going, Lester Show.
To listen to, which made me dive deeper into the education of cannabis.
Absolutely, and I mean, and this age group, all we want is to learn. We don't want the pills anymore. We don't want opiates. We don't want sleeping pills. We don't even want anti-inflammatories anmentories
Right.
All we want is something that's going to help with arthritis, help with chronic pain, help with menopause, help with all of those things without having to take so many drugs.
Right.
Cannabis is the full gamut for me. I mean, it helps with my inflammation, it helps with pain, it helps with my cognitive, neurological issues that I deal with.
Right.
It helps with my menopause. It helps with
Helps
everything.
with their hanging out
Right.
with Jackie
Oh,
Childs.
yeah, for sure.
Helps
And,
with their driving me in.
41 years of cannabis use. I've used cannabis for 41 years. I was born in 1963. I started using cannabis in 1978.
Jesus, Mimi, you're old.
I know.
Just kidding.
I know. But like I said earlier, I'm back from the day when it was grass. You
Right.
know, we're smoking grass. And that's, I can still remember my mother finding it in my purse and saying, "What's grass doing in your purse?" And I'm thinking, oh, fuck. I'm in shit now. But, that's the generation I'm from. And I
Right.
know a lot of people can relate to that, and I can assure you the grass wasn't as good as it is now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely because of everybody's.
Did you get caught at a young age with weed?
Oh, yeah. My mother, she thought I was smoking cigarettes.
Oh, phew, dodge that one.
Right.
But you're still in trouble, right?
Of course. Of course.
My parents found a glass, a bottle of OV with the little broken thing in the bottom because I had done a bottle toke. But I said it was, but I said it was my sister, and she was always in trouble for that sort of stuff. So I was like, phew.
Yes.
Do I look like I would have a beer bottle in my room?
Right.
And you know what? The bottle toke is returning.
Is
Are you
it?
serious?
Oh, yeah. You can even actually, I saw someone advertising, you can buy actual bottles to do bottle tokes with now. So anything that's
design.
old is new again, and,
Right.
and those are the things that I like to talk about, like the return of the roach clip or the return
I
of,
just got a roach clip from Raw.
and all of those things that
Right.
are back from when I was younger,
Mhm.
and what we used. I remember a thing that looked very familiar like a mustard bottle, and we called it a super toker, and we put a
shit.
joint in it, and
What?
we used to squeeze it, and I mean, like, let's bring back the super toker.
Do you know what that is? What she's talking about?
I understand the concept of it. Yeah, because that blows super because of the
Yeah.
suction.
What do
That's
you mean it blows
crazy.
super? Does that
I
just mean a
hot
lot?
knives.
Well-
I'm from the day of hot knives.
A super was when you would put the joint inside your mouth backwards
Yes.
and you used to blow the smoke into somebody
Oh,
else's
is that what
mouth.
people do? And they
Yes.
Yeah.
they think you're hot. Okay.
What did we used to call that though?
Gross.
We used to call it super toke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you want a super?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
want a
yeah.
super. Yeah, and then someone else would blow it into your mouth.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
I'll take
Yeah,
a
and
super
hot knives.
size.
I listen, guilty, burnt my lip on a hot knife. Absolutely. Been there, done that.
Right.
For sure.
Have
So
you burnt your
that's
lip on a
the
hot knife?
I hated hot knives. Hated
What the
it.
heck?
They burn so hot.
They burn, apparently.
Hot. Yeah.
So that's the generation I'm from. That's the generation that I want to be available for, that I want to speak with,
Mm.
that I want to make sure that they are understanding everything. Because it has changed a lot since the 70s.
I need to understand what we're smoking. That was yours you brought. I'm baked. I had 3 puffs.
Okay. So this is,
So what are we smoking there, Mimi?
what
a
are we
nice taste.
smoking today? That would be Cannatonic.
Cannatonic. What's that? Where is it from? She doesn't know. It was gifted.
It was a gifted cannabis, but yes, it is called Cannatonic.
Who rolled it?
I did.
Really?
I'm a cone
Oh, it's-
who rolled it?
It's really
I
good.
use cones. I can't roll.
Oh, well,
Are you kidding me?
What'd you use? A 6-shooter?
I use cones, pre-rolled
Okay.
cones,
Okay, 'cause-
because my rolling technique sucks.
What's a 6-shooter?
Oh, it's raw 6-shooter. You could actually look on cannabis.wiki.
Will I see an unboxing? Will Doug
You will,
be using
you
a
will
s-
see on the spot doing an unboxing. Maybe I must say those tips are lovely.
Well, thank you.
Do you mean her fingernails?
Yeah.
What the heck's going on,
Look at
guys?
them. Look at
My
them.
nail
They're
game is
blinging.
strong
It
today.
is. I
It
like
I'm like-
really is.
He says your tips. So right when I'm starting like, what's Lester saying? Your tips are lovely.
Your
I'm like,
tips are lovely, and so
I'm like-
are your nails.
I'm like, what is he going to
We're
say?
politically correct here.
We
Ah,
try.
She's got fashion game going on because they
Oh
slam
my
with her shirt. Look at it.
God.
I like it. I like it. Come on now.
Sorry, I'll do my nails next
Right.
time.
So now for a platform to stand on to get your message out to the audience, like what is available for you out there?
Well, I'm doing, I have hired public relations, and I am doing as much of that as I can.
Shout out to Tracy Lamore.
Yes, I actually have just been chosen. They're going to be doing an article about me in Authority magazine in the United States. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Mimi's an authority.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, what I want to do is start in the new year, planning some cannabis-friendly events for people over 45, 50.
So
where
chairs
they can come
will be there
and ask questions and feel comfortable, and they're around people their own age. And I'm just that's my goal for the new year for sure, and to connect as many patients as I possibly can with medical cannabis.
I got a good question. So, does any or have any of the expos or conferences have a table for somebody who's offering what you're offering? Because of you have the industry coming through, you have the community coming through. So somebody of your position with this education to give to the people to make them understand, you would think you would have a booth, or somebody in a position like yourself have a booth inside the conference.
And I will be. Honestly, I think that it's time. I think a lot of people haven't wanted to touch this demographic. I'm not scared to.
Right.
So I think it's time now. I think it's time for me to be out there and for people to come and feel free to ask me those questions.
Why would you think that? Why would you think it's that generation's being left out?
Because they're the ones asking all the questions. I've sent people to her like with their moms and their grandmas, and they're I don't know, is it the stigma? Because not embarrassed isn't the word.
Necessarily think, because
they don't know.
I don't necessarily think they're being left out. I think that some people my age are just simply afraid to talk about it, afraid to ask the questions.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know, to the average 60-year-old to walk into a traditional, say, head shop is a little intimidating. Or to walk in and just ask questions is intimidating. People of a younger generation certainly have an easier time with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think even 6 months ago, my goal of coming after this demographic might have even been too soon then. I even have people telling me it's too soon now, but I'm going for it.
Right.
So, you know what?
Right.
She's an authority.
Yeah, well, I'm
Authority
surprised.
magazine.
I'm kind of surprised actually that it's there's such a problem with it. You would think in this time everybody wants to talk.
Well, and it's quite strange. The other day I went into one of our local stores, and me being 56 years old, as I'm standing in the line and looking at the people in the lineup, I realized I was the youngest person in the line.
Oh.
Okay. So you're actually starting to see the difference.
Wow.
Oh, I'm seeing it. And I mean, it's mind blowing.
Can I just quickly jump in? I went to a store in Alaska, and I looked around, and I was the only one that showered. Anyhow, go on, Mimi.
Oh, shit.
But we won't talk about.
But I remember looking around in this Alaskan dispensary.
Well, we won't talk about the wild, wild west days, will we?
Like, what's that?
We can all vouch for those because we know where both of you and I live. So
I love it. I love it.
I love the wild, wild west. It's all, you know, every aspect of this whole thing. And you know what? I was in hotel sales, restaurant, general manager. I was a general manager for Kelsey's restaurants. I mean, I never thought, because I've used cannabis for 41 years. When this whole thing started, I thought, is there a place for me? Because I think I have a lot to offer, because I've used cannabis for 41 years. And you know what? I will say, I have not been age discriminated. And I have to say, it's been a lovely experience for me. Yes, there are different aspects and different things that happen, but for the most part, I've been welcomed in the community with open arms.
Well,
I welcomed her.
Absolutely.
To my table and my home.
Absolutely.
The table was in my home.
You have your arms open for the community anyway.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
she
Sure.
does. Absolutely, she does.
She has big shoulders, this lady. She even taking care of my ass. Right?
I let Lester just run with this
No.
for now.
Well, you know what? There's being in it for the right reasons, you know.
Yes.
And I it's simple. It's as simple as that. It's helping people get access. It's helping people get educated. It's helping people not be afraid to ask questions.
Preach.
Have you
Yep.
always had your medical license? Like how long?
Oh yes,
Like,
I've used cannabis 41 years. I never started using CBD until 5 years ago. So I've only been using
Well, even that's hard to even say.
but I
because
am an ACMPR patient, yes.
But you've been using cannabis for such a long time without the knowledge of knowing, because all of us had
Yes.
no idea
Right.
whether it was CBD, THC, whether it was indica, sativa.
Absolutely.
This is something that's brand new,
Mhm.
because people would just get weed and they would say, "Oh, this is good" or "This is bad."
right.
That was
Yep.
it. It wasn't, "Oh, is this indica or is this sativa or is this a hybrid?"
Exactly. And I mean, and when you think of all the strain names now, you have to really wonder, like, our
Where are they coming from? Who's making this stuff up?
exactly.
Like
you
Gorilla
know what I mean?
Glue.
Like, I just know it works for me. And, you
Right.
know, it's strangely enough in my younger years, too. I mean, although, yes, I used to enjoy to have a few drinks, it was never a really great friend to me,
Mhm.
alcohol. So that's why cannabis also became such an important part of my life as well.
Right.
It just agreed with me more.
It's a platform, cannabis, that you can still function. You're not
Look at me.
incapacitated.
Absolutely.
Right. So that was the beauty of it for us, was the fact that there was such a problem with drinking, because you couldn't go anywhere after. You can go somewhere and have drinks and then you were stuck. How were you supposed to get home, or a ride or whatever? But your friends are all there or with you, so they're all drunk. So getting home was always an issue. So we didn't like that aspect of trying to have fun in drinking. So we all turned to smoking cannabis. It was
Absolutely.
fully functional.
Fully functional, brings on the creative juices. You know, to me, it's very motivating.
Except for today, I'm just sitting here. The creative juices are like, I don't know.
It's
They're,
good.
they're
You
gone
got
for
touched?
Yeah.
they're gone
I
for
mean-
coffee.
You
you
got
know,
touched,
I
eh?
mean, there's so much you
I
can
got
talk
you.
about the comparisons
you.
between using cannabis and alcohol. I mean,
Yes.
from
they're
from
huge.
anything from relationships to sex to anything.
Yes.
To compare the two
Well,
is
with
like chalk and
education,
cheese.
Yeah,
really.
With education, we're
Yeah.
finding out so much more about it.
Talking to your teenagers about cannabis. How do you think?
Do you know what? In my household, I have a 17-year-old daughter.
Mhm.
Shout out to my sweet Isabella. I love you.
Isabella, peace.
Peace. And do you want to know something? We never made it a big deal in our house. So she never treated it like it was, oh my God.
They made it a big deal in my house. They got the frying pan, threw the egg in it, made me watch Nancy Reagan.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying
that's the
that.
thing.
I think that we never. When I say not made it a big deal, I just mean that we didn't shelter her from it.
Mhm.
And I think that it's worked out better for us.
It's
Definitely.
pretty cool. I was wearing cannabis socks the other day to a friend's house,
Yeah.
and her, like, I think she's 8, her 8-year-old goes, Becky, I love the cannabis flowers on your socks.
Oh, man.
I'm like, what? Like, it's so strange. Like, it's so
Right.
weird.
It really is.
But the funny thing is, even as you say that, we still think stigma, because you're like,
I paused
Inst-
saying it because
right,
wait, she was 8,
right.
right?
It's so
Should we-
hard
isn't it?
to get rid of.
But I think we're going to see a world, maybe I won't see it, but you know, where people are going to be, they took what?
Right.
And they used this, and
Like, I just told Mimi,
like I'm talking about pharmaceuticals.
Right.
Like
Fentanyl.
I think that
Meme?
yes.
we were talking about fentanyl on the way here.
Why would you need fentanyl for a procedure? Totally unnecessary.
Like, I
Preach.
could be, one day that fentanyl could be gone, and hopefully sooner than later.
Well, you know, I just like to think that maybe, you know, especially with all of the new stuff with mushrooms and all of that type of
the
things happening.
psychedelics.
She gave
The
me a wink,
psychedelic-
wink, nod, because
Mhm.
You know, because I mean, you know,
'Cause I like the
to
fun guy.
hear that they're doing stuff with post-traumatic stress disorder with that instead of other pharmaceuticals is
Right.
really exciting to me. And like I said, I think the other thing that really excites me is the future that we're going to see different cannabinoids mixtures for MS. Oh, sorry,
That's
don't
okay.
touch the mic.
It's all good. It's all good.
Different cannabinoid mixtures for different ailments. I
Mhm.
think we've just hit the tip of the iceberg. I think we're going to be seeing, like, okay, you have MS, you're going to take this mixture. You have Parkinson's, this is yours. And you know, I think it's going to be so much more specialized, and so much more
Yeah, critique.
contained to different ailments, which is what and that's when it will totally
Really
replace.
boom. Yeah.
Right, with
pharmaceutical
dosing and consistency, and that's how we can
Absolutely.
start using it.
Because I mean, think about it. When you tell a patient, and this is the funniest face that I get when I tell patients, we're going to find your perfect dose. We're going to titrate you until we figure out. I mean, how many other medications would we really, yes, sometimes you do start on a lower dose with pills and work your way up, but
Right.
we're going to find it. We're going to find your sweet spot. And to explain that to someone who's say 60 or 70, they're like, what do you mean? I'm going to take this much for this day, this much for this day. And then we're going to see when we get the desired effect.
Right.
Right.
That's fun.
And that's, and that, but,
And that's it. That's key, though. As you said, that it is fun in the sense of the fact that there's no side effect.
absolutely.
So
Some sleep.
yeah, exactly. So to be able to critique like what you're saying, to find that sweet spot,
yes,
it's such a good thing.
it really is. And I mean, the worst thing really that will ever happen to you is you'll get a good night's sleep and you might eat that extra piece of pizza. And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah, that's the banger right there.
That's, if we could say that about every pharmaceutical, oh my goodness.
Oh man,
Have you ever greened out, Lester?
no.
I have on edibles.
Yeah,
I
me too, edibles.
took
You
too
don't
much.
love edibles though, right?
I don't mind. I don't mind them. I would rather just take my oil and smoke. But yeah, I'm more of an oil user.
She's gonna
Right.
infuse some fudge.
I'm gonna infuse some fudge this Christmas. I gotta tell you, Danny Raposo's been kind of inspiring me. I made an apple crisp infused a couple of weeks ago, and
Our stoner chef.
yes,
Yeah.
because
Bam.
honestly,
Yeah.
I never cooked. I've done everything else, but I hadn't done much cooking. So this holiday season, I'm definitely going to be
That's cool.
trying some interesting
cool.
recipes.
Yeah, I'm giving butter and flour and stuff as presents this year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My son's getting a tent, a big grow, and
Ah,
should I have said that?
Why not? Document.
Because my son has another half of the family that isn't actually on the cannabis train.
Well, you know what? Maybe if they tune in to the green room.
I'll send them this clip.
Absolutely.
Love you.
That's right. All these fantastic people that we have inside the green room at our table, and the information that we're passing on is fantastic.
Absolutely. And I encourage anyone who is of a boomer senior age, who have those questions that they don't know where to turn and to get those answers, go to my website or go to Professional Cannabis Consulting website. So either pcccorp.com
That's where
or
I got my license.
www.mimicannabis.com, and we can just send me a little note. I'll answer you back. I actually just did one this morning, so it was lovely that someone felt that they could just reach out through my website
That's sweet.
and ask those questions that they're afraid to ask.
So you're always on your game, lady.
I am.
Thank you for
like
coming
that.
to our green room
Oh my goodness.
and
I'm so
Lester's
honored.
table.
I'm
Oh,
so
man.
honored. So honored to be here. And this is great.
Thanks, Mimi.
Well,
On
we're
this
always,
snowy day.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely, right? Well, we're always trying to bring as best as possible what we can to the cannabis community and the industry.
From all sides.
From all sides, definitely. When you have the positive message of information and education, how can we not share that?
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about. In the end, that's what it's all about.
So what's coming up for you for the rest of this year? How are you going to close out 2019, and what can we look forward in 2020?
Well, I'm
No one will know but us.
Yeah, some things I can't talk about because I'm working on a few different projects through Professional Cannabis Consulting that are kind of very exciting.
Okay.
And mimicannabis.com will be growing leaps and bounds. There will be lots of new merchandise. I'm going to be sourcing products for people with mobility issues. I'm going to be sourcing products with people with vision issues.
Nice.
I'm going to be expanding my store and getting it as tied up and nice as possible. And spreading the good word.
Hold on. Where is your store?
It's www.mimicannabis.com. It's
Okay.
an online store.
Want to make sure you.
And
guys
if you
heard
have
that.
any Mimi stuff, what's your hashtag? Green is the
Green is the new gray.
that's
Okay.
And
yeah.
Bridging Generations is my current promotion, where on my social media, I'm asking for pictures of people of different generations to tell their stories about how you've helped, how you enjoy cannabis, with someone of a different generation, just so that we can talk about it. You have till December the 15th to send me those pictures using the hashtag Bridging Generations. Tag me at Mimi Cannabis, and the winner is going to get a Green is the New Gray prize pack, and
Yay.
the story will be featured on my website.
Cool.
Like it.
Really cool.
I like it. Well, I really like what you're doing for the community. Guys, you've heard that from Mimi Cannabis. Excellent. Here at the Green Room. North American Cannabis Flower.
Next time I probably won't smoke. You know what I did? I'm pharma free for 2 years, and I took a
Congratulations.
tablespoon of just like day medicine, like for cough and cold today,
Okay.
and I haven't done that in 2 years. It's just reminding me right now that I did that, and then I smoked that, and I'm like,
Okay. it was a little,
Groovy.
Thanks
little
for having me
different.
at the Green Room. Next time I'll wear sunglasses.
Listen, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. That's the beauty. We get to smoke here. We get to relax so that we can enjoy the conversation, right?
Absolutely.
I enjoyed the conversation
We always do,
and these fun spinny chairs.
right? I can't seem to stop moving, and mine rolls. I like it. So, guys, if you want to get something on our podcast, you want to be a sponsor, you can hit us up at our phone number, 833-226-9454, extension 710.
We'll see you next time, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.